Hi everyone, this is the Mighty Cleric, and today I'm going to talk about a little bit more about Guild Wars 2. Now this is a very interesting game. It's an MMO, and the only ones I've played before this was World of Warcraft, obviously, and Eve Online. Now this game I like a lot. I like it more than World of Warcraft. And I've got a few characters already started. This is my main character, and I'm already in the story, and I'm already a level 46, and I'm playing a ranger. You've got different classes, and the one I chose with the ranger is that you can actually charm creatures that can run with you and do combat, and they can basically take the damage while you do damage from a little bit farther away from the combat, which I liked more. The first character I played was the Elementalist, and the cool thing about the Elementalist is that you can change between doing fire damage, lightning, water damage, and air damage and earth damage. But you had to run around a little bit more, and because I'm not so good in MMOs, I'm not so good playing with a keyboard and mouse. I decided that I need to play something a little bit more farther away from the combat. Now, this is just my first impression of the game, and there's a few things that I just recently discovered. I normally try to play a game without looking at guides. I just want to find stuff for myself. And the good thing about Guild Wars 2 is that they actually compensate people that try to explore a little bit. There are things that you can unlock on the map. I just want to talk about my first impressions. The thing that I hate about MMOs and, well, other fetch quest games, if I think about it now, I think about most RPGs, Sacred for instance, where you have to run from the one side of the map to the other side to just to fetch a few flowers and then run all the way back so you can make a recipe for someone, which they're too lazy to do or they're afraid to do that. While in Guild Wars 2, you actually do quests more or less like that as well, but you get rewarded as instantaneously as soon as you finish the quest. Doesn't matter where you are on the map. Things that I realized while I played my first character up to 40, and this is what I'm showing you now, is that playing with guilds, that starting a guild, I never knew that you can actually start your own guild or you can join a guild. Duh. If I played World of Warcraft, I should know this, but because I'm not so good at MMOs, I'm not so into MMOs. So this was something that I realized that, listen, I can increase my stats. I don't have to play with the players because I normally like to play with myself or on my own, not with myself. And but this actually, your team members, your guild members can actually, while they do things on their own as well or in groups, they actually contribute to the guild. And it's a learning curve, as a process. And other things that I realized is I never knew that as a ranger you can actually charm creatures to help you. And I'm also learning now how to sell stuff on it's auction house like in Diablo, but this one is actually not real money involved. And this is a free to play game, which is another big plus. I just had to buy the game for 440 Rand, which is more or less, I would think it's $30, $35. You can also play dungeons, and you can play PvP, person versus person. But most people I see in there are already level 80, so, and the gear that I've got is awesome, and I never last more than a minute or two, and I'm basically just a waste on the battlefield. So I'm trying to finish the story now. The world looks amazing, and there's not so many options like in world, or not so many. The screen isn't as clouded um, as in World of Warcraft, because the buttons, there are only five buttons for your primary skills, and there's five buttons for your secondary skills. It's not like 20 or 30 buttons. I really enjoy this game. This map is huge, and I see people playing it for a very long time, and I've been playing almost every day, an hour or two. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you like Guild Wars 2. Thank you very much. Well, that's it for today, folks. See you next time. Thanks.